In today's gaming news, BioWare discusses the possibility of a Mass Effect HD trilogy, Dust and Elysian Tale surpasses 1 million in sales, and learn everything there is to know about Destiny. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. This is Force with your day's gaming news. First up today, the possibility of an HD remastered version of the Mass Effect trilogy. Looks like it's a possibility. According to a conversation on Twitter between a fan and BioWare Montreal's GM Aaron Flynn, he said that they are discussing internally the possibility of remastering and making HD versions of the Mass Effect series, which of course would be the 3 games currently in the trilogy. And I wanted to bring this up because this is something that we, especially in this most recent generation, have started to see a lot of updated versions of older games, specifically remastering or HD remakes. I mean, most recently we saw something like the definitive edition of Tomb Raider, which, you know, apparently it was pretty good, but the game wasn't even like a year old before they released an HD upgrade to it. And it wasn't up, I don't put HD in quotes because it wasn't actually, like, it was updated, it looked better, it was a better definitive version of the game. But the fact that it was so close to the actual release kind of makes you wonder where you compare it to something like, I don't know, HD remakes of some of the Tony Hawk games, although those actually weren't that great either. So, or have there been really any good HD remakes, to be honest? I can't really think of any right now, so maybe it's just not coming to me. Not to say that they don't exist, but my brain just sometimes doesn't work. So yeah, an HD remake of the Mass Effect trilogy. What would you personally think about this? Even as much as I just sort of slammed the notion of HD-ified games, updated remastered versions, I don't think I'd mind taking a look at a better looking version of the Mass Effect series. So yes, all of that slamming aside, this could potentially be interesting. Next up in news, we did get word that Dust and Elysian Tale has now surpassed 1 million in sales. This news comes from the game's creator, Dean Dodrill. He announced it via Twitter, saying that they've sold more than 1 million units. If you don't know what Dust and Elysian Tale is, this is a 2D side-scrolling action RPG, a Metroidvania style game in which you're gated to content based on upgrades and things that you've unlocked progressing through the game. I absolutely adored this title. It's got a very endearing art style. There was a lot of controversy around it pre-launch and then right when the game did launch, sort of because the character design decision, people talking about, I don't know, people just really have a huge problem with animals that look like people, and it has to always sort of dive into the realm of obscene, unfortunately. But I loved the art style. I think it's got a great look to it, and what's most important, first and foremost, is that the game plays incredibly. It's very fluid, very responsive, and just all around, I think there's a lot of positive behind Dust and Elysian sales. So it's not surprising that they've surpassed 1 million in sales, and hopefully, eventually, they hit that 2 million mark. I think that'd be great for an indie creator of such a quality title, such as Dust. And last up in news today, upcoming game by the name of Destiny is one that I am very excited for, even though it still does not look to be coming to the PC. And right now, you can learn in one fell swoop pretty much everything there is to know about the game. But you won't be learning that here. There was a 40-minute video uploaded by YouTuber Destiny Updates in which he goes in depth on everything we know so far, covering things like the story and setting, ability and gears, the multiplayer aspects of the game, different types of enemies, etc. Now, all of this info covered again in this 40-minute video, it is time-stamped, so if there are only certain aspects of Destiny that you'd like to learn about, you can use those time set stamps to skip ahead in the video, again, to just view whatever you're interested in. So Destiny, yes, a title that I am looking forward to. Yes, a title that I am sad that it's still no word as to whether or not, when and if it will be coming to the PC, but it still looks like it's going to be a fantastic game. It's coming from the creators of Halo, of the Halo series, Bungie, and I don't know, there's a lot of positive in my mind about this title, even though really so far I've seen nothing but screenshots and videos. I'm still looking forward to it. So if you would like to learn a lot of info about the game, that video is a place to look. The other reason I'm bringing it up is that being on the production side of YouTube content, I know that this guy put in crazy amounts of work to putting this video together. Between writing a 40-minute script and then editing all together, I bet you it took this guy days. So this is quality content that I want to promote for that reason. So that is going to do it, guys, for today's episode of the show. Thanks so much for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe. Once again, this has been Force, and you have just been force-fed. I really don't get all these people who have issues with animals in video games. I mean, how can you not love animals? Look at this face. How can you not love this face?